What is going on? We are live. It's not a last minute. Might as well just get some drinking water, sit back, and actually watch this game with you guys here. Should be fun. I'm going to click on the stream right now. Obviously, won't be able to show it to you guys live, unfortunately, but we'll be able to take a gander at what's going on here as the Ravens have the ball, 1st and 10. Oh, let me get my microphone on so I can actually listen in on the action. But Ravens do start the ball off in the 40-yard line. Hand off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry down the middle. And he will be stopped just shy of the 40-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. So make sure you guys listen in, tune in. I'll listen to the comments as we get through this thing. Going to be tough for the Chiefs to stop the Ravens run game. We know that going into this. It's can the Ravens stop the Chiefs? Chiefs don't have much of an offense, but they have found ways to scorn the Ravens in the past. So we're going to take a look at this as we get started. Ticking down to the 13-minute mark in the first quarter. The motions, Zay Flowers to the bottom of your screen if you're watching. The guy Zaire has the fullback. Play action to Derrick Henry. Lamar up, pushed down in the pocket, stepped up, completed to guess who? Zay Flowers. So the offense is the offense. We know that. We know what the Ravens are about here with the offensive attack. No surprises here what's happening. The Chiefs haven't shown much of anything in terms of being able to slow down this attack. No one has through 4 weeks of the season, but nice to see that the Ravens offense continues to hum as we get through what appears to be a crucial game for both the Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. All right, they're moving Derrick Henry to the top of your screen. Bunch formation at the bottom. They hand it off to Derrick Henry. Henry gets tackled after a gain of about a couple. If you haven't noticed, Derrick Henry isn't wearing his patented arm sleeve. Maybe he believes that's the cause for the fumbling, but it's skin on tote, if you will. Derrick Henry being blamed for the losses to the Bills and to the Lions. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that blame totally on him. He's a part of the loss, obviously, but he's not the reason for this loss. It's much bigger problems than Derrick Henry fumbling. Of course, you'd love to see him keep that ball. Derrick Henry takes the ball after a passing attack up the middle. It's going to be 3rd and short. We know what the Ravens like to do here on 3rd and short. They're obviously inside Chiefs territory. Would not be surprised if this is a 4-down territory type deal for John Harbaugh and company. Meanwhile, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and try my best to get this thing going here as far as getting this image out for you guys. 3rd and 2 again. Shotgun. You know Lamar loves to be in shotgun. Hands off to Justice Hill. We talk about Justice Hill not getting a lot of carries. Hill powers his way for the 1st down. So a lot of questions being answered here early on. The Ravens are not afraid of this Kansas City Chiefs team. They're going to do their best to push the ball ahead. They know they're going to need points on the board because, at least as of now, we cannot trust the attack that is the Baltimore Ravens on defense, I should say. All right, let's go to Gamecast here. Let's see if I can find a way to Gamecast this up. I appreciate you guys for joining. Be sure to comment. Okay, we got a pistol formation here. Kind of a pistol, but not really. Hand off to Derrick Henry. Oh, nope, it's a fake. Jackson takes it, goes to the sideline. He's just going to be tackled for no gain. Chiefs know that Lamar Jackson will be running with the football a lot in this game. You know how Lamar does in these big-time moments. He's going to take the onus on himself to get the win here, do all he can. Let's see if I can share screens here, at least here. See if you guys can take a look here. So you guys get an idea of what's going on with the action. I'll try to scroll this up a little bit. All right, here we go. Jackson motions out. Play action, throws it to Justice Hill. Hill goes down the corner. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Almost as easy as you can have it, really, if you're a Ravens fan. This is really good drive by John Harbaugh and Todd Monken, Lamar Jackson and company. Ravens, we know going in, this is what they're going to do. This is no surprise here. The name of the game is going to be Ravens defense versus Chiefs offense. Patrick Mahomes versus Kyle Hamilton and Roquan Smith. Can this team stop Isaiah Pacheco, as well as Kareem Hunt? And of course, can they stop Patrick Mahomes? Xavier Worthy is active in this contest. We've seen him give us fits in the past. Let's see what happens as Tyler Luke knocks the PAT. So we're looking good. Jules says, all right, let's see what the defense is going to do. And a little squeamish face. Yeah, let's see what they do. Thomas Crowley says, easy peasy. It is really simple. This has been 3 years in the making for Todd Monken. This is something that he's worked on pretty significantly. And yeah, this is going to be the name of the game for the Ravens moving forward. This is not a defensive team. Sorry to lay that comment out for you guys. I know a lot of Ravens fans, they're all about the defense, and that's because they've been raised on defense. But this is going to be a team that's going to be led by its offense. Can the defense be middle of the pack? Can they turn the page entirely? That's going to be a tough ask for them, but can they be middle of the pack? That's all that we're really asking for here. My buddy, cousin, Chinadu, the problem is the defense. Yeah, it's the problem. It's always been the defense. We don't throw the running backs for easy yards as much as the other teams do. Well, that changed, Tycho. That for sure has been changed here. Uber Rat says, I hope we stay on it while in the last quarter. Yep, we will be here for the fourth quarter and see just about that. Turned it up on the road. Still got it, pod. A couple of Lions fans after they beat us a couple of days ago. So shout out to the Lions as they pick up the win over the Browns. Thank you, Browns, for laying an egg. Justin says, what's up? Appreciate you, Justin. What's up, man? Again, I don't know if I'll be doing this every week, but big time game. A lot of Ravens fans haven't been really up to this contest after the shellacking that we took in week 3. But I think this is a good enough game where we need to sit down and, let's have a little bit of a conversation about it. Justin says, let's keep this momentum going. I agree completely. The defense has to do something here. This is going to be what has Ravens fans a little bit squeamish. Can they stop the rushing attack? Can they stop Patrick Mahomes? Can they stop Andy Reid? You asked me 3 weeks ago, the answer would be yes, obviously. But no Nnamdi Madubuike dealing with a neck injury. Broderick Washington, both of those guys on IR. Kyle Van Noy not playing as well. So that's a big portion of your defensive line out for this game. A lot of unknowns coming into this game. Travis Jones, I think he's out as well. So what are we going to do here? How are we going to do it? A lot of young guys who didn't think would need to step up in week 4 will need to step up in week 4. Agreed. We need to step up. All right, let's get back to the action. Let's look at the screen here. Is the touchdown for the Ravens has been solidified. Lamar Jackson looking like Lamar Jackson. Best quarterback in the league, no doubt about it. Can the best quarterback in the league carry his team to victory here in week 4? We will certainly find out as the Chiefs decide to take this. He's going to go in. Jalen Royal gets stopped at about the 32-yard line. In comes Patrick Mahomes. They show the prompter. Patrick Mahomes 5-1 versus the Ravens, including the postseason. I know the record is one-sided, but the matchups have not. Very tight games here. I expect this to be another one. Pat Mahomes, 3-receiver set. Pacheco to his right. They got Buchanan trying to set the edge here. They give the ball to Xavier Worthy immediately, and a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a face mask on Kyle Hamilton. Interesting. We shall see what this looks like. Personal foul on Marlon Humphrey, the much enigmatic cornerback for the Ravens. Interesting call. All right. They got Travis Kelce at the bottom of the screen. They motion Worthy. They get the ball to Pacheco. Pacheco tries to get some damage done. Not much. 1 or 2 yard gain, but not after that. Huge personal foul penalty. Justin Lewis says, Marlon, what are you doing? We've seen this time and time again with the Ravens. This is way back. The Ravens always have these type of penalties. Mentally not there. The CBS broadcast talked about Madubuike, Washington, Travis Jones, Kavanaugh, all out. Incredible set of circumstances for the Ravens to overcome. They wiggle to the bottom of the screen, matched up with Worthy. I don't think that's Worthy. Nope, that is someone else. Travis Kelce, middle of the field, attacked by 2 yards shy of the first down. Marlon Humphrey stops it. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 is tough for the Ravens. You don't need much in the way of time in the pocket to get that 2 yard pass down. Andy Reid does this better than most. Again, still not seeing a lot of penetration up front. We'll be watching this closely throughout the contest, but teetering down the 8-minute mark. Mahomes at shotgun trying to get this defense off sides. 24, missed pass. Patrick Mahomes. It looks like they're going to keep that offense out there to go for it on 4th and 2. The Chiefs understand that they're going to have problems with this Ravens offense. They need to convert here on 4th down. Big boom for this Ravens defense to be able to stop Patrick Mahomes in this first drive on a turnover. .75% conversion rate on 4th and short this season for the Chiefs. Travis Kelce motions to the left, motions back to the right. Looking like we got man-to-man coverage here. Best player on best player. Kelce. Xavier Worthy with the first down. Easy. Very tough for defenses to handle that. I don't care how good you are. Patrick Mahomes better than most in converting that. So we are going to move the chains. Defense has played decent so far. A lot of pressure on the DBs in this contest. And I think the Chiefs are going to start just shy of the 40-yard line in Ravens territory. Travis Kelce motions as well. Looks like it's going to be zone here. Travis Kelce. Oh, nope. Dumped off the right. Smith, I should say. 24. Keeps on going. Missed tackles has been a problem for this team for 3 weeks. 4th week, same old, same old. Another first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, boy. It's going to be quite the contest today. Hope you guys are ready for it. Need Owe and Green to cause some trouble, says Fabian. Great start, says it's CJ LFG. I'm not going to repeat what that means. Flacco 106, but I know what you mean. Of course, the Ravens need to get it going on defense. They are inside the red zone, at least close to it. Pacheco grabs it, and they're definitely in the red zone now to get to about the 19, 18-yard line. Missed tackles are the name of the game, Ubu Rat, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the Ravens do to slow this Chiefs team down. A lot of death by 1,000 cuts, it seems to be the term that I've used quite frequently the last couple of weeks. 2nd and 6. They haven't had a first quarter touchdown all season, the Chiefs. Something tells me that may be about to change as they move Isaiah Pacheco back into the backfield opposite of Pat Mahomes. Shotgun formation. Pat Mahomes has a little bit of time and he dropped it. Pacheco drops it. The defense runs to it like if it's a fumble, but it is a dropped pass. Incomplete for the Chiefs. And the problems with their offense continues. Of course, the problems with our defense continue. So who will be the lesser of the two in this contest? It'll be the name of the game for here because we know that the Ravens offense is going to put points on the board. Can the Ravens defense withhold this team? Jules says, hopefully Mike Green gets more playing time. We need him out there like Dexter Manley. Love that reference. And I agree. Mike Green is here on 3rd down. He pushes both rushes. Not a lot of penetration here. Pat Mahomes dropped, and he is short of the marker. It's 4th and 6. And I believe the Chiefs are going to bring out their field goal unit here. Defense struggles early, but they holds. Huge, huge play. Let's see if this is a tip pass. If it is a tip pass by number 95. So great job by Tavius Robinson. Defense struggles early, but Harrison Butker goes for the field goal attempt. He's 7 for 9 today, but he is good. And the Ravens are they hold a 7-3 lead here near the end of the first quarter. So big time. I mean, the Ravens 100% got away with one there. It looked like it could have been a touchdown. Wasn't a touchdown. The Ravens hold strong. And we are going to get the ball back. The Ravens are. Should be very interesting to see what the Ravens do. Another touchdown here would be going a long ways away in terms of the outcome of this contest. May give the offensive line, the defensive line of the Ravens a chance to pin their ears back and go. Interesting. I'm glad you guys are tuning in. Appreciate you guys for joining. I know it's you guys are probably watching the show or watching the game as you guys are watching me. So appreciate you guys for doing that. Make sure you guys tune in as well for the Raven Squad show after this contest. Myself, Kevin Ostreicher, and Kadri Ismail will be talking about this game. Win, lose, or draw. Ravens currently leading 7-3. Let's get to some comments here. I know you guys are tuning in on Instagram again. If you're on Instagram, feel free to join us on YouTube, on Twitter. That way I can see your comments, but I will definitely look at your comments as I can. Trey Biz says, Patrick is still missing, obviously, but I'll take the tip pass. Should go straight down and score. Slick says, I think so. You scared about Chris Jones? Yes. Chris Jones is a force. Ronnie Stanley's not 100% by any means. Jalen Vasquez says 7-3 defense looks way better. Yep. Love your show, brother, says Christian. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Defense needs to make those tackles, says Broski 8. I agree. Christian Khan says, go MFN Ravens. Not going to say the whole thing out there. Don't want to get banned, but I see the passion from Ravens fans. It's going to be an interesting contest. We are still in commercial break, so let's talk about what the Ravens offense continues to do. In fact, let's take a look at the stats for the Ravens right now. We're just through one, but Lamar Jackson, 5 for 5, a touchdown, 50 yards. MVP still doing his thing. Derrick Henry, a lot of conversation about Derrick Henry, but he was 2 carries, 16 yards. So he is still doing his thing. And Zay Flowers has the 21 receiving yards to go with it. So this offense, we already know what it's going to be. They're going to be cooking. Can the defense do what they've done here? Hold the line. Keep it at field goals to the touchdowns. That's going to be what we're going to be talking about here. Let's see what happens. We are in Arrowhead Stadium where the Ravens haven't won since 2012. I don't think Pat Mahomes was the quarterback, and neither was Lamar Jackson. That tells you how tough it is with the Pat Mahomes-led Chiefs to win in Arrowhead. The Ravens will have a chance to change their fortunes here as Rasheen Ali, who has taken the roster spot away from Keaton Mitchell, much to the chagrin of a lot of Ravens fans, gets to about the 30, a little short of that. So, yeah, very interesting offense for the Ravens. I mean, I said this in 2023. If the Titans had given up, Derrick Henry prior to the AFC Championship game, the trade deadline, the Ravens were certainly in conversation for picking up Derrick Henry. Ravens would go to the Super Bowl and probably win it. Of course, times have changed. No Mike McDonald here running the defense. We do have Derrick Henry now for the Ravens, so let's see what they're able to do. Again, 26-yard line, Lamar Jackson shotgun. Justice Hill on the field. He motions to the left, giving Lamar Jackson an outlet. Does he take it? He does not. Instead, he is sacked. So Lamar Jackson continues to hold on to the ball. That sack is not on the offensive line. Not a lot of people are knocking on the offensive line, and that's something, but this is Lamar Jackson holding on to the ball, trying to make something happen. Tyler Linderbaum probably could have done a better job of holding his guy, but that's a play where you need to get the ball out and get to Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not putting it on the offensive line. Okay. 2nd and 13. That's a 3-yard sack. We're moving. They blitz 8. Mark Andrews gets the tackle. Maybe back to the line to gain initially. So it's going to be about 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, maybe 3rd and 11 here for the Ravens. And that is not what you want if you're a Ravens fan. It is indeed 3rd and 11. They sent the house. They do not have any type of respect for the offensive line, and who can blame them? Okay, 3rd and 11 here. They need to convert this. Obviously, the worst thing you can have is a turnover, but the second worst thing you could have is a 3 and out here where the Ravens are being threatened. Lamar Jackson goes back to the line to relay some information to the O-line. They rush 5. Lamar Jackson gets out to the right side. Can he get there? He reaches over and he gets the first down. That is what Lamar Jackson does. Able to extend and get the first down. Huge, huge play by Lamar Jackson. And great job by the O-line, obviously, to keep him upright. Because the Chiefs did, in fact, send people. Did not matter. Lamar does Lamar things, and we have a new set of downs here. Ooh. Did they give him 11? That's going to be tough to challenge, but yeah. Derrick Henry's in the backfield. Zay Flowers motions. Derrick Henry has to carry. He runs and he gets about, let's call it 5 yards here. Pick up a 4 officially. 2nd and 6 here. Jules says, don't forget to like and share. That is a good man right there. Don't forget to like and share. Huge, huge deal for me as you get this, platform going. Great if you guys would share this and get the word out that we got this stream going. 2nd and 6, under 3 minutes to go. Let's see what we got here. Shotgun formation. Looks like Bateman at the bottom of the screen. I can't really, not look like Flowers at the bottom. Flowers motions out. They send a blitz. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. Moss is 22. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you guys are watching and saw what I saw. There's a flag on the play. Don't know if that's going to be holding on the offensive line or holding on the defense. That is a catch. Oh, illegal formation. Tough. Cannot have those penalties against a team like Kansas City, but let's appreciate that Hopkins is still Hopkins. And if you put the ball up to get it, he's going to get it. What a play. But it looks like Rosengarten gets called with the illegal formation. I mean, you learned this in high school. Those type of plays always has my head scratching. But regardless, 2nd and 11. Hill is on the field now. Flowers. Oh, we got trips over here at the bottom. Looks like, is that? I think that's Mark Andrews in the middle there. Okay. It is Mark Andrews. Has a little comeback route. Ooh, Zay Flowers. Can we take a minute and talk about, flags on the play? Could be the defense of the Chiefs that gets called for this, but I don't know. Zay Flowers loves to talk a little SHIT after big plays like this. Let's see what the refs call. Personal foul. And this is a reference on the defense. Okay. So good play by Lamar Jackson. We'll take a quick break to talk about what Lamar Jackson has been able to do for this team. His ability to decipher what the defense is doing pre and post snap. Chef's kiss. Miles ahead of where he was last year. But, I mean, the offensive line has done their job. Shout out to the O-line. They're doing their job. They're keeping Lamar Jackson as upright as possible. Let's go back to the action. 1st and 10. Under 2 minutes to go. 32-yard line. Lamar Jackson, shotgun, as always. Derrick Henry with the blitz in. A blitz comes after him. Oh, it's intercepted! That was the play caused by the pass rush. Again, Andrews probably could have made a play for it, but that's on Lamar Jackson. That's an interception. Great play by the Chiefs defense, but they send the blitz. Yeah, it looks like what was Andrews doing? Andrews, you got to go up there and fight for that. But that's on the blitz. The blitz got to Lamar. Lamar threw up the one-on-one coverage, hoping that his guy got it. He did not get it. Interception on the play, as you guys see on the screen. The Chiefs will get the ball back. Oh, man, he didn't want to take that sack and threw it up. Okay. Okay, the referee's talking about nothing. But yeah. Let's talk about Thaze got flagged for taunting. I guess you meant Max Dosman. Yeah, I thought so too. I need them to win, says Danny. But Chanel with a huge play. Chiefs get the ball back. Lamar Jackson throws his first interception of the year, and it could not come at a worse time as the Chiefs will get the ball back. Call it a punt if you want, but points were taken off the board there. And the Ravens are going to be kicking themselves for that one. Want to get your thoughts, guys? A lot of people are here tuning in. Appreciate you guys. What do you guys think so far as we end towards the first half? Is your confidence up or down? Ravens still have a 7-3 lead in the first quarter. Could be a lot worse. Obviously, could be a lot better. See if I have some videos to show in the meantime. I really want to share my television screen so you guys can watch the game here, but don't want to get banned, so I won't do it. Most of you guys obviously can watch the show yourselves. Same-ish, different day, says Luca. Lamar needs to throw it out, man. No reason to force that, says Christopher. I agree. Lamar is part of the problem. I don't know about that, but, I mean, he definitely is the reason for that interception. Someone says, watching the game in the Boston bus station bar, missed the game. Yeah, no Ravens Nation to anybody that want smoke in here. Like it. Being a Ravens fan is bad for you. Bad for me, says Martin. I agree. It's can be tough. Confidence down. O-line and tight end needs to pick up those blitzes, says Broski. Trey Bates says, I'm not confident in throwing 50-50 balls to Andrews at this point. D-Hop would have been a better shot. I agree. Jalen says he has no time. Trent says they don't want that. All these goddamn Tom Brady jerseys here, bro. I guess he's talking about the Boston crowd. Martin also says our online is terrible. Don Kivo says, I'm telling you, Lamar is not playing good this season. Yeah, he's got some touchdown and passes, but we need wins. Big David says defense helped them to 3. The Ravens gave the ball right back. Down on the O-line so bad, says cool boy Connor. Lamar's trauma for giving up 7 sacks. Luca, as Lamar just freaks out under pressure. Most quarterbacks do, man, but I agree with you. That was a tough one for Lamar Jackson. I'm not sure why he threw that up, but he did, and the Ravens will need to combat. Take the good with the bad with these quarterbacks. Trey Bates says Lamar leads the league in most categories. Not playing good is a stretch. I agree with you there. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We are back in action as Pat Mahomes decides to keep it himself. Marlon Humphrey, kind of a late nudge to the sideline, but I'll allow it. Man, I mean, could you imagine the Ravens got a 14-3 lead here? Would have been beautiful for this team. Instead, we have a 2nd and 8 at Kansas City's 18-yard line. Defense has a chance to get some action going. A lot of talk from that team, especially Kyle Hamilton, who called the fans spoiled. I think fans will appreciate a little bit of spoiling right now as we got 2nd and 8. Xavier Worthy motions. We got man coverages. Looks like they got Marlon Humphrey one-on-one with Xavier Worthy. Goes down deep. Xavier Worthy, we talked about that motion. One-on-one. I don't know why Marlon Humphrey's on Xavier. Marlon Humphrey gets beat by speedsters all the time. We all knew. We all knew. Cannot believe it. Andy Reid separated Marlon Humphrey one-on-one. Humphrey's had a terrible year so far. Let's call a spade here. But huge play by Xavier Worthy and this Chiefs team. They are moving the football down the field against a defense that has struggled. Xavier Worthy, 2 receptions, 41 yards on the day. Chiefs are already in Ravens territory at the 46. Pat Mahomes takes another deep shot. Nate Wiggins one-on-one with Xavier Worthy this time. The Ravens knew better, and there's an incomplete pass. Overthrown by Pat Mahomes, but you are really asking for it. But Xavier Worthy in this offense totally changed the way this team is doing. So, whew, what a play. Chinadu says, Orr needs to be fired before that plane ride back. Whoo, spicy. I don't know. If they lose this game, you might be onto something. Travis Kelce, screen. Odafe Oweh tackles him, but that's not before Kelce gets a couple of yards. We're at 3rd and 3, I think. They're at the Ravens 38. And we're going to end the first quarter with the Chiefs humming. So, we understand what this game is all about. No one's surprised by this. We know the Ravens defense are not going to be able to stop Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, and Patty Mahomes. Run game, non-existent here. Andy Reid doing his best Philadelphia Eagles back in the day impersonation. Ben says 44 is the problem. It's not just Jamar Chase now, says Trent. Tell him. Try and tell him. Huh? Now I got it. What your name is. All right, cool. More wide receivers are frying him, absolutely cooking him. Marlon Humphrey saying, burning my Marlon Humphrey jersey, says Luca. Deshaun says Marlo will be getting it together, but keep Nate on Worthy. Marlo can't stay with him for shit. Try and tell him says, do you not respect him? They pick on him like a late grafted rookie. Like they know they can get him. Yikes. It's tough to disagree. All Pro Marlo says X mark next to it. Everybody's saying keep Nate on Worthy. Trying to tell him says Marlon is in the doghouse, shackled to the ground too. He done rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't know if he can recover. LMAO. TF has he been doing for the better part of 2.5 years now, man. Whew. I am, it's hard to disagree. Playboy Troy says throw it away in regards to that interception that Lamar Jackson threw, and hard to disagree again. Again, as Jules mentioned, please don't forget to like and share. It will really help me out, help the channel out, help the podcast out as we grow. Ravens are down in the minds of Ravens fans, but on the scoreboard, they're up 4. All the defense has to do is hold this team to a field goal or better, and the Ravens are right back in it. But yes, that interception was tough. Lamar Jackson, 7 for 8 yards, 1 touchdown, and that 1 incompletion is an interception. Whew. It's going to be an interesting game, folks. Again, one of these teams will be 1-3. By the time we hit the 8 p.m. hour Eastern time, and questions will begin to mount. And I don't know if the seats can be any hotter for defensive coordinator Zach Orr and in some regards head coach John Harbaugh. But lots of game left. Currently, the Ravens are in the lead. We know the Ravens don't like to keep leads, so it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before that changes. But how did the Ravens bounce back? That will be the question that we all ask ourselves. Oof, what a quarter that was. Seems like the Ravens dominated up into that last minute or two. But we are back. Pat Mahomes, shotgun 3rd and 3. Remember, the Chiefs failed to convert the 3rd down last time. Let's see what happens this time. As they motion Smith over, hand him off to 29. Can the run defense stop him? The run defense does, in fact, stop him, but it is short. It is short. 4th and inches, I have to say. Officially 4th and 1, but man, it is close. Zachary Orr relaying the message to his team. The message, give the ball back to Lamar Jackson. Best way to do it is to hold them to under a yard. 4th and 1. Pat Mahomes behind center. They hand the ball off to Smith, and he looks like he's going to get it. Kareem Hunt, I should say, converts. And it's a new set of downs for the Kansas City Chiefs. Willie Japan says, not even watching this, definitely losing this one. Ella says, I'm glad to put Wiggins. Yaya says Marlon is a liability. As we continue here, they're 2 for 2 on fourth down. The Chiefs shotgun Pat Mahomes, play action. Ooh, down the middle of the field. Hollywood Brown attacking this former squad down to the 16-yard line. That ball came out fast, which means that Pat Mahomes saw something immediately. Yeah, there was nobody there. Too much space given to this team. I talk about it all the time. I would much rather you beat me deep than to beat me the way that teams seem to beat the Ravens, which is death by 1,000 cuts. 1st and 10. Chiefs have a chance here. Mahomes completing 60% of his passes to take the lead here. They are at the 16, as I mentioned. Handoff here. You could tell that the Ravens made an emphasis on stopping the run. And it's now 2nd and 8. So big time decisions here by Zachary Orr on what to do. Again, Pat Mahomes is not somebody you want to trifle with. I'm not sure you should give him no space, but man, we got to add lessen the separation between cornerback and receiver, in my opinion. But, they do that here on 2nd and 8. Pat Mahomes trying to extend the play. He runs through the middle of the field and tackled Teddy Buchanan. Makes it about a 3rd and 4 for the Baltimore Ravens. Kansas City makes it to the 10-yard line. So big time play. Man, Roquan Smith looks slow, bro. I mean, Roquan looks like he is fighting for every inch that he runs down the field. All right, we got some separation here. I don't like this. Number 9 motions. That looks like Juju here. Shotgun formation. Mahomes has lots of time. Hands it to Smith. Good tackle by Chidobe Awuzie. But again, you cannot give that much room. I don't understand the mindset with these defense coordinators. Just play defense. One-on-one. Let them beat you. Look how much coverage. Look at... Obviously, the flats aren't covered either. That doesn't help. But we're closing in on 300 viewers here. That's pretty cool. Appreciate you guys for joining us. 1st and 10. 1st and goal, I should say. They're going to do a lot of soul searching here for the Ravens here. It looks like they're going to blitz a lot of people here. They hand it off to Pat Mahomes, trying to take it. Oh, Mike Green pulls his ankle. And Pat Mahomes is fine, but it looks like somebody's down for the Chiefs, an offensive lineman. Smith looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to walk it off, but looks like a busted play by the Chiefs, but the Ravens defense will take it. Yeah, okay. So defense +1 for you guys. 2nd and goal, shotgun. Juju, motions. It looks like a zone read, so Mahomes relays a message over to Juju. Play action. Doesn't even look Juju's way. Checks his reads. They try and sack him, and Pat Mahomes throws it away. So Pat Mahomes spends a little extra time in the pocket, and the rush gets there eventually. Yeah, the Ravens DBs did a great job here. I think Travis Kelce might have been open, but that was a very good defense. But 3rd and goal here. Big time as we reach the 300 viewer count. Appreciate again you guys for joining. Shotgun formation. I don't think there's anybody in the backfield here. Xavier Worthy. I'm sorry. Hollywood Brown motions to the bottom of your screen if you're watching at home. Another motion. Looks like zone. Pat Mahomes, Mike Green gets away, and he throws it away to the top of the end zone. Looks like they're going to kick the field goal here, and they do. So huge stop by the Ravens defense. Great job by the Ravens defense. Yeah, I'm very surprised by the Ravens in this one because they're playing great coverage, man-to-man coverage on certain times, and they're covering very well. I think that the Ravens get some pass rush going. We'll be there, but that's a lot. That's a big ask for a team. Mike Green looks like he's getting it together. Nice little spin move at the bottom that forced Patrick Mahomes to throw it away. So W for the Ravens defense there. Let's see what the people have said since the last break. Let's see. Trying to tell him says, let me call some defensive plays, man. I'm going to get us right. He also said, not Hollywood. Hell no. He also said Roquan took that money and literally ate. Literally. Lucas says we low-key suck. I've been peeped. He slowed down first year. That's on Roquan Smith. After that, what the F just happened? Pep talks. Separate play up. The F is you doing, brother, man. Okay. Black Holm says, I wouldn't even say we made an emphasis on stopping the run. Chiefs sucked at running all year to begin with. We just got to stay on receivers. Can't give them space to play as fast as Hollywood and Worthy. Good take. Lucas said we should have got Clowney, man. Yep. As soon as Calvin Owen went down with that injury, immediately Jerry Jones signed Jadeveon Clowney. So I'm not sure if that was much of a marriage anyway. I've heard some rumblings that Clowney didn't really prefer Baltimore for whatever reason. Maybe it's something with him and the coaching staff. I don't know. But definitely should have made that effort. Perez says legacy game for Mike Green. Looked good there. Just got to step up at the line, says Black Hold'em. Great stop. Connor says big difference from last game. Jack Clallam says who replacing Ronnie Stanley? Ronnie Stanley is active and playing right now. He is not 100%, but he is currently a go. Tez also said we need to get rid of Marlowe. Isaac said, what about our O-line? So far, so good. A couple of missed opportunities there. I think Pat Ricard will definitely mask a lot of this when he returns, whenever that is. I mean, he's yet to practice in over 2 months. So even if he's active for practice for 1 week, there might be an extra week before he gets going. But no sign of him showing up anytime soon. So something to think about. Yeah, the Chiefs don't got Sonic and Knuckles. Lions run game is elite. Might be a potential Super Bowl matchup. Yeah, I agree, Jalen. I think the Lions got a little bit of a bad rep because the Ravens got bullied by them, and people think that the Lions aren't good because the Ravens beat them 2 years ago. But that Lions run game is legit. Michael Christopher says, force them to a goal. Have faith, boys. Yeah, I agree. Ben Smith says, we need Wilkins. Christian Wilkins. No comment. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, I don't know. Johnny Harbs is the head coach now. Johnny Harbs is the head coach. All right, we are back, boys and ladies, if you're tuning in. Chiefs get 3 points off the interception. Mahomes is 7 out of 13, 96 yards. I need to change his graphic because it is indeed a 7-6 lead. Flag on the play. I'm not sure this isn't going back. Usually that's the case in these type of bays. Probably going to be holding on the receiving team here. Let's wait for the referees to make it. Holding on Tez Walker. 10-yard penalty, first down. Lamar, 74-31 overall, including the postseason. Outside of that, against the Chiefs and Bills, 2 for 4 against the Bills, 1 for 5 against the Chiefs. We get it. The Chiefs are good. The Bills are good. You're going to lose more games than you win. I remember Lamar. Last time he was out there, he threw an untimely interception targeted for Mark Andrews. I formation here. Lamar Jackson is under center, relaying information to his team. 13 seconds on the play clock. Hikes the ball, hand off to Derrick Henry to the left side. And Derrick Henry holds on to that ball, gets 11 yards and a first down as his helmet is ripped off of him. It's a big time start to the game. Scoob, what's going on, butter? No Boom is replacing Stanley. Oh, No Boom is in. You're right. Holy man, I didn't even realize that. I mean, best to have what you need at left tackle. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson. You can afford to have it. If you're not 100%, don't be out there. Let me know in the comments. I haven't had a chance to look if Ronnie Stanley's played this game at all. And if he did, was he re-injured? If Noteboom's been on the whole time. Haven't really paid attention to it. Flag on the play. It looks like a false start. So it looks like Noteboom is in at left tackle. It's an interesting dilemma. All right. He hurt his ankle on the last series, says Scoop. So for those tuning in, looks like Ronnie Stanley injured his ankle on the last series, and he is out. Lamar Jackson, 1st and 15, hands the ball off to Derrick Henry. I will love these plays. Derrick Henry gets all of that back and more. Looking like a 2nd and 5, if I had to guess. It is indeed 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 31-yard line. So Ronnie Stanley injured. Again, we saw what an injured Ronnie Stanley looks like. Same with the injured Travis Jones. Even if he wants to play, I want a guy nearing 100% who's going to give me that. Noteboom, yes. Is he the best left tackle? No, but I think a healthy Noteboom is better than an injured Stanley. Don't you think? Maybe people disagree with that. 2nd and 5. Lamar back on shotgun. DeAndre Hopkins, bottom of your screen. Looks like one-on-one coverage over here. Looks like another delay of game penalty on the Ravens. I don't understand this. I don't know who to blame on that. But it seems like, though, getting the play to the quarterback has been an issue for the Ravens in the past. Cannot do that in this game. Any Hoosies. 2nd and 10 now after that 5-yard pickup and some. 10-yard pickup by Derrick Henry. We're back to 2nd and long for the Ravens. Shotgun for Lamar. Justice Hill in the game. To his left. They hike the ball. Number 70 cannot get his hands on the freaking pass rusher. I mean, the offensive line continues to struggle. And it's going to be an intentional grounding penalty because the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. Ball is placed on the follower's ball. 3rd down. So it's going to be 3rd and a million. Tough if you're a Ravens fan to watch this O-line, who we talked about for months, continue to damage this team. This is going to be a draw play or a screenplay. 3rd and 26, guys. So don't expect much here. They blitz everybody. They screen the ball to Justice Hill. Hill goes forward and gets back to about the 20-yard line. There is a flag, but I'm not sure that this isn't going to be. Oh, it wasn't a flag. It was a misprint by the broadcast team. 4th and 13. The Ravens will punt and give that Chiefs team, who's gotten only 2 field goals, a chance to potentially get a 3rd and take the lead. Somebody said they had to fire Harbaugh. Oof. Something's changed with this team. A lot of the problems with this team has been elevated quite a bit. Hicks, not Hicks, number 81 of the Chiefs gets pretty decent field position for the Chiefs to start off. 6 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. And expect a lot of fans to be upset, pretty pissed off about this. Let's see. 2 delays, yeah, definitely a Lamar issue, says Luca. Blake says, wait, hold on. Isn't Za'Darius still available in free agency? No, Za'Darius Smith has been taken. He's no longer available. Dude ran through the line untouched. I agree. Offensive line, poo-poo. Bro, WTF. We suck. Blake says, I doubt we pick up Wilkins, but wouldn't be shocked if we pick up Raekwon Davis. Not bad. I don't know if we pick up anybody, honestly. I think that who we have is who we have, and the Ravens will deal with it. Broski says, we need that guard we brought in. Kenyon Green? Somebody. But Lamar, let me chill. I was going to say something real ignorant, but I'm not going to say it. Now I'm going to say it. John Harbaugh has wet dreams about Daniel Faalele, so Faalele's not going anywhere as long as Harbaugh is the head coach. All right. Let's see. 7-6. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Keep it coming. This is a safe space to tell me how you feel as the Ravens continue to poo-poo on the hopes of Ravens fans everywhere. Luke says the one time the defense sort of shows up, the offense is sleep. We need Rick, I guess, man, Pat Ricard. He's crucial. He is indeed crucial. Bro staring out the field while 2 delayed game penalties hit. O-line breaking down again says, hello. Offense so poopy, says Tony. He didn't say the word poop, but I think you guys get the message. Daddy Rose says he's not feeling good about this game right now. And Harmon says Lamar's still stuck in week 3. He looks lost. Lamar doesn't even know how to throw the ball away, says $8. So, yeah, a lot of fans out here not very happy with the Ravens right now. Hard to be upset with them. Again, be sure to like and share, like and subscribe wherever you are, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We won't be doing these often, but when we do, I want to make sure that you guys are abreast as the Ravens and Chiefs continue onward. First and 10. Chiefs are still in their side of the field, but they are very close. End around to Xavier Worthy. He has room. He has all the room he needs. Roquan Smith going to try and grab him, and he does force him outside to the 22-yard line. So technically a run game, but a little bit of trickery here by the Kansas City Chiefs as they continue to move the ball on this defense in the middle of the field. Okay. Ciclo says Lamar looks like he's hesitating on every decision. Scoob says, my God, man, what in the world? You and me both, brother. I do not know what's going on. Looks like they hand the ball off the middle. Smith gets about 4 or 5 yards. They call it 3 yards officially. Cuban Hulk says, what the F are we doing? I don't know, brother. They are doing what we assumed they would do. If you're a Ravens fan, you thought this would be anything but what you're watching, then you have not been paying attention, sir. The Ravens are not the team we thought they would be at this point in the season. Okay, we are at the 18, 2nd and 6. Play action for Pat Mahomes. That's usually big time for him. Travis Kelce as Marlon Humphrey drops him down to the 5-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. The Ravens 6-yard line is where the Chiefs will begin their new set of downs. First and goal, and it looks like it's an inevitable score for the Chiefs. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown is up to the Ravens, but we're looking at a new lead change here in the second quarter. Okay. Pat Mahomes, shotgun. This looks like a handoff to me. It is a handoff, and Hunt goes nowhere. Ravens' run defense is not the problem here, as Jenkins does a great job in stopping that run before it gets started. Now, a lot of this is because the Chiefs are terrible at running the football, but that doesn't mean that the Chiefs are going to stop. And that was a really stupid play based on looking at. I like the way the Ravens played that. They played the ball and not the motion. But it's 2nd and goal. Ravens defense ranked 28th in the red zone. Chiefs offense tied for 19th. Something's got to give here as Hollywood Brown motions to the right and then back down to the bottom of your screen. Pat Mahomes looks to the left. He fires and touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Ravens are now down. At this point, it looks like a 12-7 lead. Extra point will make it 13. Could go for 2 and make it a full touchdown. We'll see what the Chiefs decide to do. But it is rough out here if you're a Ravens fan right now. So the Ravens do what they do best. Give up points in the red zone. The Chiefs decided to go for the extra point. And they do 7-13. So the defense, you can blame it on the defense all you want, but the fact is the Ravens have had 3 chances to push the ball down the field. They've been unable to do it. Only a touchdown to show for it. And the Chiefs rock and roll and take a 6-point lead here in the second quarter. I'm sure Ravens fans are very excited about that. So let's go to the comments and take a look. Again, if you're on Instagram and if you're on Twitter and YouTube, feel free to post your comments. I'll post it on the screen. But if you're on Instagram, unfortunately, I will have to read it. Braden says, get podcast boy the fuck out of here. I don't think he's talking about me. I think he's talking about Marlon Humphrey. Willie Japan says, done with Harbs. Oh, man. Why isn't Harbaugh calling out? Timeout. Seems like he's watching the play clock. Tony World says, intercept after 30-plus reception flag at Solomar. I miss Joe Flacco. Whoa. Lucas says, K-Ham gets paid to do half-ass work. R.I.P. Britt says, Ravens get outcoached every game. Lucas says, Marlon is slow as hell. A-Buck says, can't stop a thing. Willie Japan, slowly, painful death upcoming. Here comes E-Demp with the firing shots. Fire Orr, fire Harbaugh. Tell EDC he is next. Sean says, defense sucks. Willie Ron says, let's go Ravens. So I like that. Some positivity here. Harmon says, that's tough. We need to bench Marlon. Okay, not surprising, says Willie. MTOCRRSCO. Don't know what that means, but you say Ray Lewis needs to give this defense a speech. Need more than a speech out here, but I see where you're coming. Dylan Thomas says, wide open zone coverage. Ridley says, guess who has on coverage on that play? Marlon Humphrey. Lucas is BR back, leaving hate comments on Ravens page. Roquan has no passion. Time for Marlon to go. Trade him now. Marlon's doing horrible. Marlon having an awful start to the year. It must be a coaching problem with all these penalties. Marlon loves punching the ball but can't cover. Black and Miles says no pass rush. Tony says not putting money on Ravens no more. Heartbreak for 7+ years. Yeah, I would not put money on the Ravens. Maybe in the Texas game. I think they have a good chance to win that one. They look so good in the preseason. What happened? Says Willie Japan. Well, injuries happen and a dose of reality about where this defense is right now. Trade Marlowe in the second or third for Rick Woolen. Question mark, question mark. John, time to go or time to go. Miss McDonald, man, needs to effing stop with the podcast and learn how to do his job and cover someone. Says Ed Lee. If we don't make it to the playoffs this year, if I'm Lamar, I'm out. Lamar has yet to sign an extension. He has a huge cap hit upcoming, so make it what you wish for, buddy. Be careful. Hi, Rich is the coach. Says Jake, let's go Ravens 26-27. Looking already to next year as the Chiefs kick off the ball. And looks like Hill has it. Hill has it. Takes it at the 1. He's past the 30 up to the 32-yard line. We'll see where the refs put it. Black Holder says Chiefs always know how to play us. Just got to actually make adjustments. Can't be a second-half team or we refuse to make adjustments ourselves. Is Ronnie out? Says Blix. I say yes, he is out. Lamar is selling. Ronnie is questionable to return. I don't know if he's going to be actually coming back, but we'll see. Can we come to the realization that we suck this year? Says D. Chulo. How you throw a pick and give up 2 delay of games and a grounding? So lots and lots of comments here. Cuban says, I will normally say I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, but now I'm going to say I am mad, I am disappointed. Well, let's get back to it. We have more comments later. Quick toss, low, incomplete pass. Break for Ravens indeed, because the Ravens would have lost a yard or 2 in that play. Yuri says, what is Harbs really good at? Special teams is mid. And penalties still an issue. Defense is a liability and way too much talent. I agree. But it is what it is. 2nd and 10 Chiefs are up 13-7 in the first half here. Lamar Jackson surveying the defense. Lamar motions Zay Flowers. High snap, able to corral it. Looks like a tip pass for Lamar Jackson. Incomplete. Deflected by Chris Jones, looks like. Yep. And now it's 3rd and 10. Third and long. I don't know how you can underestimate this any further. The Ravens need to convert here or this could get ugly. Lamar, the best quarterback in the league, time to show it. Lamar goes into a shotgun formation. He was started 7 for 7 since 2 for 6, including an interception. Justice Hill on the side. They send the blitz. The Ravens actually do very well to cover it. Lamar Jackson goes for a run, tries to get the first, and he is going to be short of the mark. 4th and about 2. Let's see what the Ravens decide to do. Looks like the Ravens are going to go for it. The offense stays out on the field. This is bad. 4th and 1. You got Derrick Henry. Don't get cute. You got Derrick Henry. Run the football. Don't motion to the left. Don't motion to the right. Justice Hill is on the field, not Derrick Henry. Doesn't make much sense. Shotgun. Let's see here. They motion Justice Hill. The pressure comes to him, and it's incomplete. Stupid. These are the plays I talk about. Why are you on shotgun in 4th and 1? Run the ball. What's the point of having Derrick Henry if you don't run the ball? You get too cute with this stuff. And now you give the Chiefs the ball in Baltimore territory with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to work with. Doesn't make sense. Does not make any sense to me. All right, let's see what the fans got to say. Lamar is waiting for routes to develop. Hey, we're spoiled Ravens fans, remember? Says Ty Gills. Defensive coordinator needs to go. 0 pass rush, 0 coverage. We on pace to give up another 300 yards passing, says Larry Cohn. Shine Fluid says, as a Bills fan, this is what Palpatine must have felt like when Luke and Vader fought. That's funny. How do our defense get so much judged in the beginning of the year? So shit. Play call is disgustingly awful. Whole team is barely playing mid-level. Why did we sign Henry? We don't use him. Can't blame Harbs. He makes the game plan. We suck. King fumble nowadays. Pass to Bugs Bunny. Why are we running? What the fuck was that? Nah, it's Cook season's over. What the actual F was that? Lamar is trash so they can stop choking. Falele is awful. Why wasn't Henry on the damn field? Somebody has to get 7-7 out the damn game. You can't make this ish up. 1-3 start for show. You have a 6'2", 250-pound running back. Run the effing ball. Lamar's playing horrible. Tough to watch this. Hard needs to go. We're going 1-3, 100%. On and on and on. I'm going to keep reading these comments as we are on commercial break. Todd is not an OC. I'm sorry. I'm over it, man. Lamar is a part of the problem, but y'all ain't ready for that convo yet, says Zane. Whiskey says, what the F am I watching? Shout outs to Whiskey. Harbaugh, Monken, everybody got to go. We have Henry. Shake my damn head. Head coach is trash. Figgy, Giggy, Wiggy says 5 times the dude has run up the middle untouched. I might turn this game off, says Coy Verse. Watch how we come back, says Rich in my casket. Someone has to get fired. I'm over it. Falele just let Bolton run right past him. This O-line is the sorriest thing I've ever seen, says Jacob. No identity. We are coming back. Trust. We still have time in the second half. Oh, nah, I'm going to sleep. Run the ball, figure out their blitz monking. We look terrible. Harbaugh has to go. What are we waiting on? And it goes on and on, guys. I mean, people are pissed off here. I mean, it's. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 4th and 1, where's Henry? I agree. 4th and 1, where is Derrick Henry? What the F are we doing not giving Derrick Henry the ball when we need to? I agree. I don't understand. Stupidest play call ever. All right, well, we're back at it. Chiefs shotgun. Ravens territory to start off due to the 4th down turnover. Pat Mahomes goes deep Xavier Worthy, and he overthrows him. Chidobe Awuzie on coverage, but Pat Holmes unable to get to Worthy. That's kind of rough. Christian says, yep. Harbaugh fired, Monken fired, possibly. Goodbye or. This might be a little bit spoiled, Ravens fans, if you ask Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 10. Pat Mahomes on shotgun, nobody behind him. Ravens in the blitz. Kyle Hamilton hits him, but not before Travis Kelce grabs the ball over the head of Roquan Smith. It's getting kind of ugly, folks. It is getting kind of ugly. I don't know. Ball at the Ravens 25, 1st down and 10. Oof, this is tough to watch. All right, so it looks like it's going to the second half, maybe? Nope. Somebody called the timeout, maybe? Probably Kansas City. Okay, yeah, so Ravens on the cusp of being down by more than just a score. It is quite the tough start for Ravens fans who started off hot. That kid says Ravens about to lose, bro. What a shame that Harbaugh is Teflon. This is totally inexcusable. KC gets the ball to start the half 2. This game is over. Roquan Smith looks like he might be injured, maybe. Oof. Tony Romo said Roquan Smith is a good player. I don't know about that, sir. This might be the Jay Higgins time. We'll see what happens. All right, shotgun formation. Isaiah Pacheco to the bottom of the screen. Pat Mahomes left. Got TJ Tampa in the bottom of the screen as well. Play action to Smith. Good job by TJ Tampa to blow up that block and help wait for the rest of his team to get over there. So it'll be 2nd and 6 when we come back. 2-minute warning. Not sure the Ravens get the ball back this half. And of course, we know that the Chiefs start with the ball back in the 3rd quarter. So, yikes. Yikes. This is tough. Sir Ball says this team is dog poop. And I don't think he said poop. This team don't want enough. Harbaugh has to get fired for this team to get anywhere. This team is trash. Wow. I don't see a good chance we win this like this. I don't still know how our defense is so bad. Says not racist, hate everyone. Harbaugh got to go. Only constant of this team is our center. Oh, man. And that center might not be here next year because we did not sign an option for him. He will be a free agent unless we... Can we cut Daniel Falele, says Nick, over Harbaugh's dead body? Ravens have lost their identity. I agree. But it is what it is. We're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I need to drink some water. All right, we are back here, guys. Second and 6, I should say. 2-minute warning. Pat Mahomes at shotgun. They're going to pressure him here. Well, pressure. Isaiah Pacheco comes in. Motions. They do blitz 6. Get some pressure here. Isaiah Pacheco. I'm not saying Isaiah Pacheco. Xavier Worthy unable to get the ball. But AJ Lewis says this team has neglected the trenches on both sides and lost their identity and has become soft as tissue paper because of it. Ooh. Love it. Love the vitriol. Love the passion. We'll see what the Ravens Kingdom, the powers that be, say after this game. Kyle Hamilton. Oh, that's a hole right there. What? How is that not a hole? Okay. 6-yard line. This Chiefs team's about to score. There's nothing we can do about it. Matthew said, I don't know what's wrong with Lamar this game. I agree. That is nasty work. Please excuse the Limu Emu commercial on your screen. Let's see what's going on because there's a lot of injuries here, or at least people that aren't on the field. Let's see. So we know Ryan Stanley is injured. Roquan Smith is headed to the locker room. Humphrey is questionable with a calf injury. So Kenyon Martin takes the place of Marlon Humphrey. You guys didn't like what Marlon Humphrey was doing. You get Kenyon Martin to replace him. We'll love Jalen Armour-Davis here right now, huh? But no, we just want to keep Everett Card on the roster even though he's injured. So anyway, the Ravens are definitely reeling with injuries. First and goal. Pat Mahomes on the center. Rolling out to Pacheco. Touchdown. Looks like this game is over. 7-19. Koopman says Harbs is not a coach who can get this team out of a slump. Matthew says, I am done. Lots of Ravens fans, pretty irate here. Hard to blame them. I mean, this is poor play calling. This is terrible. But no Roquan Smith, no Marlon Humphrey, two staples of your defense. You got Kenyon Martin, a rookie out there. Harrison Butker attacks on the extra point. And it is now 7-20. Harbaugh needs to go or needs to go. We can't even wrap up and tackle. Says full send. Bass fishing. G2K. I mean, what can I say? I tried to tell you guys. I tried to tell you guys before this started that this was going to go down this way. But that's not to say the Ravens don't have a chance. Lamar will get the ball back with a minute and some change to go. I don't get it. Bro, I get that we have literally the hardest start of the season out of any team, but God, we got to play at least harder. No defense is Luka. New nickname for the Ravens defense, Charmin, because it's always super soft. It's hard to genuinely be a fan of this team. The amount of incompetence and just blatant reflection of our problems is getting so hard to root for us, is Matthew. And they get the ball at half in front to the Chiefs. Yes, they do. And they get it all with this team. Ravens going to be at the bottom of the division with Cleveland. And the only reason why they're with Cleveland is because the Ravens beat Cleveland in week 2. Their only win of the season. This game was going to be painful, but geez, this is brutal. Says Rat, I'm watching Mahomes get pressured the same way Lamar is. The play calling is way better for the Chiefs. Great point. All right. So much pressure right now in the middle of Lamar. Yes. Ravens have to clean house. All coaches has to go. If Chiefs score, I think it's over. The Chiefs scored, so it is in fact over in his opinion. F this team, F this offense, F this defense, F everything. Says Era 8. Too many max contracts on defense for MFers to be not making plays, let alone get tackles. AKA Marlon Humphrey and Roquan Smith, both of who are currently injured. All right. At this point, we'd rather have Jim than John, Cuban says. I mean, that's an upgrade. I mean, we know that. Lamar needs a win for his mental health, Matthew says. He looks rattled. Where is the pass rush without blitzing? Joshua says. Non-existent, my brother. Non-existent. So the Ravens have a chance to cut into this 13-point lead with a minute and 41 to go. The Ravens do, in fact, have 2 timeouts. AJ Lewis says the only bright spot to the season, potentially being a lost win, is Harbaugh and his coaching staff can skedaddle. But if you think that Harbaugh leaves, that Lamar would want to stay, I don't know. Interesting. Should be an interesting offseason. All right, let's see here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, by the way. Love it. All right, we are at the 35 for the Ravens. 1st and 10. Let's see what Lamar Jackson and company can do here. Got to get at least a field goal here. Blitz comes. Tyler Linderbaum able to push him away. Lamar Jackson waiting for plays to develop. Doesn't do so, and he gets out of bounds here. Gain of about 2, 3. 2nd and 7. Takes away about 10 seconds off the play clock. Joshua says, why are we talking about offseason already? The season's not over yet. Joshua said, hey, pipe down, baby. Still got this. AJ said Lamar is playing like a quarterback who doesn't trust his O-line. Could you trust that O-line? The ref resets the game clock to 1:33. Still 2nd and 7. Should be an interesting Raven squad show with myself, Kevin Oestreicher, and Kadri Ismail, who is currently at Arrowhead. All right, 2nd and 7, shotgun, high snap. Lamar Jackson have to dump it off to Justice Hill. Justice Hill skedaddles, and I think he gets the first down. Let's see where the referee marks it. He will mark it short of the line to gain. 3rd and 1 at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 3rd and short. Maybe the Ravens should run the football with Derrick Henry. We'll see. No Derrick Henry. Justice Hill out there again. The motion, Justice Hill. Lamar Jackson has to keep it himself and fumbles the football. There is a flag on the play, but right now, Kansas City has the football. There is a flag on the play. Don't know if it's going to be. I think it's holding on the Ravens here. Holding. Offense. All right, Jackson's pissed. But, I mean, the play calling is stupid. What a dumb play call. I don't get it. I think Todd Monkey needs to get some of this blame here as well. 2 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts, whatever you want to call it, and you got the big time running back in Derrick Henry. Do you guys not trust him? I don't understand. So, yep. Chiefs got the ball. You thought they had a chance. If they score again, it's definitely over. Xavier Worthy, missed tackle by Kenya Martin. Xavier Worthy falls inside the 40 at the 38. Oh, bad pass. 3rd and 2. Matthew said, at least my parlay looking good. Need to go back to the run game. It was working beautifully. Lamar needs the ball out of his hands ASAP. Take advantage of the checkdowns, slants, and out routes. Mm-hmm. You know what this reminds me of? The score may not dictate it as Hunt gets the first down. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the AFC Championship game where the Ravens just decided not to run the football at all. Let's look at the stats right now in terms of running the football for the Ravens. The Ravens have rushed the ball 4 times with Derrick Henry, 7.8 yards per carry. 4 times with Lamar, 6 yards a carry, and 1 carry for 4 yards. They need to run the football. They've thrown the ball 15 times. I just don't understand when the Ravens play these teams that they're clearly afraid of, they just totally get away from the run game. That was working clearly in the first quarter. Proof Derrick Henry has been reading my DMs and told him to get rid of the sleeve. Some positivity in my end, Kevin says. I was not expecting this. We put up 40s until now because the Ravens are stupid. They need to get the ball to Derrick Henry, but they got to stop Mahomes here. Tavius Robinson gets to Pat Mahomes. I'm sure the Ravens are going to call a timeout here. Kansas City calls a timeout. Robinson gets a sack, so you guys are looking for a pass rush. Kind of get it here. Jeff Goldblum says, how are we spoiled? I'd rather be asked, to be honest. At least there isn't any expectation to win. A lot of fire hardballs out here. 2nd and 16. Derrick Henry getting lots of rest here. Pat Mahomes hasn't been great by any stretch, but he's done enough considering what this defense has given him. Hollywood Brown saved the timeout. 3rd down and 11. Ball of the Ravens 27. Oof. The Ravens are sending pressure at Mahomes. Kyle Hamilton jawing orders to the rest of the defense. A lot of young guys out there. Here comes Malachi Starks with the blitz, and the ball is thrown away. So a bad situation, kind of saved here. Going to be a big time kick here. Maybe a 54-yarder. Maybe 56. I can't really tell here. We're going to find out. $56-yarder. Ravens unable to get there. No good. The Ravens get a break. Huge miss. Lamar Jackson and company has time. John Harbaugh says, my seat's not so hot. If I can get a field goal here, maybe even a touchdown if the gods allow it. I mean, that's just wide left. Okay. What, sir, do you think the Ravens have ran away from and abandoned as an organization? What haven't they? I mean, they just got away from the run game. Justice Hill on the field right now. Good block. Lamar Jackson gets away, tries to get inside to the 40, field goal range pretty much for Tyler Loop as they call a timeout. So big time run by Lamar Jackson. I mean, there was kind of some holding there, but there's always holding, right? But yeah, to answer your question, Full Send, I mean, the Ravens are, the accountability aspect, especially with the coaching staff, seems to be non-existent, especially with certain players. And to give off this "we know better than you" mentality, it's gross. If I'm being quite honest, it's gross. I don't like it. But they are your team, so we are going to watch them. Justice Hill continues to be out there. They motion Andrews. Looks to be a better zone. Expect some pressure here. They do send 5. Andrews gets the first down. Field goal range is there. 13 seconds left. The Ravens do still have one timeout. They could have an opportunity to throw one in the end zone here with 13 seconds left. I would be very cautious considering the play of the O-line to wait for plays to develop too much. If you don't see what you want to see here, I say you throw the ball away. Okay. We're here. Just about the 30-yard line here for the Ravens. We see a blitz here, 27 coming here. Lamar Jackson cannot afford to hold the ball. He doesn't. Hopkins plays the role of defensive back. Let's read a couple of comments while I still can here. I turned the game off. I'm not supporting this act of terrorism. When will Orr be fired? How much longer are we going to do this? How did Georgia go from being 15 seconds ahead to being 10 seconds behind? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, brother. I'm just here watching the game. All right, 3rd and 4. So they're actually going to try and throw it again. I don't know why. That's the only bad things can happen here. All right, Andrews caught the ball. You can call a timeout here. Harbaugh put the timeout right in the dude's face. So, this is set up for Loop. We know what Loop can do. 43-yard field goal here for Loop. Loop is a rookie, but I have faith in Loop to get the job done. Tyler Loop has not missed all season. Knock on wood. We know what that can do. A 10-point lead would be much easier to overcome than a 13-point lead. Tyler Loop. Kicks have been blocked. I'm not trying to say anything to put the schnoz on this guy. Loop, do your thing, baby. Loop does his thing right down the middle. It is a 10-20 lead. Really easy to have the type of game that the Chiefs have had with this awful defense. But the Ravens are only down 10. The Chiefs do, in fact, get the ball back at halftime, after the halftime, I should say. I like what I've seen from the defense. I mean, it hasn't been perfect, no. Way better. I mean, some of this, again, Chiefs' offense isn't that great, but the Ravens are making things a little easier for the Chiefs. The Ravens' offense has been the story of the day. We expected them to perform. Only 10 points at the half. 2 turnovers, lost fumble, and an interception at Chiefs territory. So it could very easily be a 3-point game in either direction. But it is what it is. Ravens down 10. And we're at halftime. Well, I'll be waiting. Let's go ahead and look at look at some stuff here. Let's see if I can find something for us to take a look at. Let's look at the box score here. Lamar Jackson, 12 for 18, 108 yards. Looking like Jalen Hurts out there, except that Jalen Hurts actually wins football games. Patrick Mahomes, 15 for 25, 166, 2 touchdowns, no picks, a 6-yard sack by Tavius Robinson is the difference. The Ravens have got to rush the football. Your leading rusher cannot be your quarterback. You have somebody like Derrick Henry in your team. Run the ball with Derrick Henry. Why do we continue to find ways to lose that aspect of our game when it is the strong point of what we do here? Zay Flowers, Justice Hill, your primary pass catchers, along with Mark Andrews, who has 26 yards with 5 receptions. Ravens are going to have to do a better job here in the second half. 1, to slow down Pat Mahomes, and 2, to get some scores on the board. The Ravens can do that. They can put points on the board. I think they'll turn things around. I think there'll be a more emphasis on the run game in the second half. If I was to be a betting man, obviously, I did not bet on this game. I should have. I really should have. But I didn't. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, says Jeff Goldblum. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Getting raided here? A grocery raid? Grocery raid sending love. Appreciate you, Tom. Grocery raid, go Pack, go Bills. Sending love. I appreciate you, Tom. Lots of grocery. Okay. All right. So you guys out here raiding right now. I got it. Come on. I'm back, Elliot. I'm back. What is going on? All right, so if you guys don't know, I'm getting raided here by Grocery here. Grocery Ray, hello. Appreciate you guys. Worst time to go on break. Nah, I'm back, man. I'm back. Why am I getting raided here? Hey, if you guys are going to raid, please be sure to like and subscribe as you do so. Wow. Poorly timed raid. No, we're in here. I like it. Appreciate you guys. Sending love. I like it. Go Dolphins. Wow. Go Dolphins. Okay. Dolphins fans may appreciate what we're going through. How's it going? Says Amy. You know, we're surviving here. If you're a Ravens fan, you definitely appreciate that the Chiefs are doing their things. People are subbing. I appreciate you guys. Pronounce Grassi. That's right. Not Grossi. Grassi. My bad, Tom. Lots of talking here. Chaotic, good to help your algorithm. Yeah, I appreciate you, Brian. It does help the algorithm a ton. Steelers fan here. Subscribe. BJ, I see you in a couple of weeks. Saints fan, we are down bad here. Yeah, man. Amy, you guys are so close. You guys are so close to getting the job done. Harm's got to go, Martavia says. I agree, man. It's looking bad. Seahawks, can we please trade for your head coach? That'd be fantastic. Saints fan, tough game to watch. Yes, it's all bad, man. Tom, I appreciate you, though. Appreciate this. Oh, son, Steelers gonna Super Bowl? I don't know. Amy says, we look less bad than I thought. Of something going on. Maybe the rebuild will only take 4 years. Yeah, I mean, you guys look really good. You guys almost got the Bills. Pull the Broncos straight for the coach. Man, at this point, man, we got to do something. Something's going wrong. Halftime thoughts, Zombie. Ravens are just screwing the pooch. We expected this. I didn't expect the offense to struggle the way it has, but I think that the Ravens offense can come back in the second half. Can the defense do enough to give that offense time? Would be the question, but it's Pat Mahomes, man. You guys all know what Pat Mahomes can do. Please beat the Chiefs. It's Education Unpacked. We're going to try. We're down 10. So I don't see it happening. We are currently down 10. It's going to be tough, buddy. I don't know. But yeah, appreciate all the love. Tom, you're doing your thing. Definitely a fan of yours. Keep doing what you're doing. Your Packers are looking good, I think. I don't know what the score is right now, but I think we know what the Packers can do, and they will be in it. Thoughts on the Jim and John co-head coaching the team? Would you be opposed to that? No, but I'm sure John and Jim would be opposed to that. Eagles and Bucks have shown 10 points is not invincible. The Ravens have shown 10 points is not invincible as well. But I'm not sure how much you have on the knowledge of our Ravens football team here, but they're not usually the team to come back against good teams. They're the team that kind of beat down bad teams and claim that they're the best. Grossi Posse Raid, Chiefs fan here. Feel for you and your team, too many injuries. Appreciate you, Carlo. Yeah. I mean, we both got clamps to get out of, Carlo. So if your team were to pick up the W, we both still got big time problems ahead. But the Chargers took an L today, so Chiefs might still be here to stay. I know it would never happen, but that would be hard knocks gold. Oh, man, what would it be? I think they'd get in fistfights. I honestly think they would get in fistfights. Lots of ego in that family tree. I could tell you that for sure. I was going to take a break, but this raid has me like, oh, maybe I should stick around. You guys are awesome. I know Tom's going to get back to the action pretty soon, but I appreciate you guys for joining and subscribing. Much love. Again, if you guys are Ravens fans, Raven Squad show, and an hour after the game, we were going to definitely talk about this game in more detail. Qadry Ismail, former Ravens Super Bowl winner, wide receiver, leading receiver in the game in terms of receiving yards. He'll be there to give his thoughts. I'm sure he's not happy at all as well, but appreciate you guys. Dope that you guys came in and rated my stream. Go ahead, get some rest. I know you guys are watching your Packers game. Get some rest. Get ready for the second half, but I appreciate you guys. I got a text message here. I'm wearing my buddy's t-shirt that is no longer active. It's not over, but man, I would really need this Ravens defense to get their act together. Like, come on, let's get some turnovers here. Pat Mahomes is less than right now. Good time to get the ball back to start this half and maybe set some things up. Come back, incoming chat says, Manny, this is just disappointing to Paul's word. And yeah, I still have hope they'll put something together. Me too. I still got that hope. We shall see in the second half. Packers are tonight. Tom is also streaming Ravens game. Oh, Brian, let's go. Didn't even know that. Packers are playing tonight. Tom gets to stream the Ravens game because Tom is a big time YouTuber. I mean, I'm small fry over here. Big time YouTuber though. So I appreciate him for streaming the game. If you guys are trying to watch some Ravens football, I can't stream the contest, but Tom certainly can. Go ahead and reach out for him. Maybe Tom might get me on his show a little bit so we can talk some Ravens football afterwards. Just saying, Tom. Reach out to him, see what he says. I know he's doing his own thing. In fact, let's see if I can I stream Tom stream? Is that a thing that I can do? Let's try that. But is that against the rules? Twitter? I mean, Twitter don't care, but I'm sure that I'm gonna stream it just a little bit.
Appreciate the hell out of you.
Shout out to Tom.
And thank you.
If I get flagged, I get flagged. But again,
good amount of raids. It was good. Oh, okay, that sounds like Amaya's home park. We'll see if that's actually
if you guys are tuning in and want to watch it.
17-6, Jaguars over the 49ers with 8:39 left to go in the third quarter.
So I'll stream him streaming.
All right, it's a close game though for the Bears. So
until I get back. How
Raiders
about that?
Over the Bears right now. They just
appreciate that,
the
Micah.
half.
Yeah.
What are you barking for? Yeah, Sinclair's coming to tell me about it. So, yeah, Rams up 13-10 with 4:06 left to go over the Colts right now. Should be coming back relatively soon. She had to run some errands. So, no Papa Grossi. He's dealing with a sick pupper right now. So, hey, help from New Zealand. Let's go. I have a whole bunch of tabs open right now for New Zealand hikes. We're trying. By the way, we were 499 subs away from 902. Let's go. All right. Yeah, she's okay. Daphne's okay, but was dealing with some health issues. After the 5 or FGC, go Lions. There you go. Jesse the 5. I'm inspired by folks that only have 10 watchers and they're still happy to be podcasting. That was me, man. Regardless of how many people are watching, you just do it because you love it. And that is it. Why do some channels do subscribers only? To prevent bots. That's a good way too. But yeah, some just want it to be their community and that's it. So, because bots, they go after the small channels, they go after larger channels. Because subscribers, yeah, it's free to subscribe, but they also might just be trying to grow their channel as well. Hey, Chris, appreciate the heck out of you. Good luck. All right. Joshua with a fire. Not your fault, but syncing you with Paramount Plus is a huge pain in the ass. Also, thank you for doing a Chiefs game. I'm sorry that it's a pain in the ass. Apologies. Apologies. I understand. I understand. Okay, let's put this here. Boom, boom, and boom. Should be good. Hey, Kyle. That's it. Gotta spread joy. What else is the point, man? What's the point of having a whole bunch of a huge community? What's the point? So, hey, Scott. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Purdy throwing hospital balls. Ooh. That's no good. Bots are enjoying the content, too. Maybe. Again, we're still on commercial right now. Hold on. YouTube, because this is my first time with Sunday Ticket. It's saying, enjoy the Zen. And it's a koala eating a leaf. And now it's gone. Okay. Hell yeah, Jet. Hells to the yeah. Good news, CMC scored. Bad news, Jennings got sandwiched. Ooh, that's not good. That's not. Gino threw another one. That's 3 already? Holy cow. Did he really? Damn, 3 interceptions for Gino? That's bad, man. That's not good. That's not good. Damn, enjoy it. Enjoy it! All right, we're coming on back. Patrick Couture, Drake May. Look at that offense today. Look at that one. Okay, the koala and the leaf are... Yes, both are. Both are. Yep. All right, coming on back now. There's Jim Nance and Tony Romo. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, T-Phillips makes sense. All right, kick is away. That's why I said like and subscribe if they're your vibe. And return from the goal line to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and is going to go across the field to the 20, to the 25, 30. Still going to go until the 36, so a pretty nice return there. 14:53 to go. And let's see what Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense can dial up. I'm talking to Harbaugh on the sideline. And again, I'm watching on mute, but I imagine it's like, why offense no good? Started 1 and 2 or worse in 3 of 18 seasons. Woo! Hey, Trevor, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I had only 1,500 likes and over 5,000 are watching. Yeah, it's all good. And Mahomes in shotgun and fakes the, oh no, hands off to Worthy, who's going to go to the left side and fall forward after a gain of 5 to the 40. And I'm telling you, Worthy, like, he hasn't done a ton. I think he has over 80 yards, all-purpose yards.
Okay, we're back. 2nd and 5. Pat Mahomes. Shotgun. We shall see what they do here. Handoff. Ravens get the stop, but it's going to be about a yard shy of the first down here. 3rd and 1. KC's 44. I wonder if the Chiefs are going to run the ball here on 3rd and short. Humphrey's back. Okay. Humphrey's not. I don't see Humphrey here. Penalty on the Chiefs. Thank goodness. Again, I appreciate Tom for doing those raids. I know big time guy like you don't have to do it, but you did do it. Pretty dope. think he might have got that first down for those watching. We shall see. Interesting ads. I have ads? What ads do I have, Micah? I can't tell. I don't know what ads I got. Don't mind me when I eat this cookie real quick. Got to keep my sugar up. Mario says, at this point, make Ray Lewis the defensive coach. I agree. Oh, the containers over here? Yeah, what is going on with that? I'm going to refresh this because that's going to be weird looking. There we go. We're back at it. Appreciate you, Micah. At this point, do Ray Lewis defensive coach? I mean, he's just going to preach about, being there and being the better team instead of actually getting X's and O's right, in my opinion. But can't be worse than what we got going on right now. Of course, the Ravens are injured. Let's give them that grace, and they're going to use that excuse. Lots of injuries are probably on that defensive line, and now we got Roquan Smith out, Marlon Humphrey's injured. It's just a lot. Michael said, this is one of my friends. If you had to make a staff of all players that have played in your lifetime, what would that staff look like? Good question, Micah. I think DB coach, I'd want Ed Reed, even though he doesn't say fundamentally sound football, but I could see him doing it. Linebackers, Zachary Orr. I think Zachary Orr was fine as an LB coach. That's me being prudent, but if I really want to pick an LB coach, can't go wrong with Ray Lewis, right? Pass rush coach, Terrell Suggs. Not a big Suggs fan, but that boy knew how to get after the quarterback. Quarterback coach, give me Trent Dilfer. And running backs coach, I'd take Jamal Lewis. Looks like the receivers coach, maybe DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know. Xavier. I don't know. That's a good one. Trent Dilfer, yes, man. Trent was balling at ESPN. He looked like he knew what he was doing. All right, so it's 1st and 10 now. The challenge was won by the Chiefs. They hand the ball off again to Pacheco, and Pacheco has room. He got 12 yards plus. It's getting rough out here. Ravens have to hold him to 3 points. They're playing like the Ravens played 2 years ago. Pulling guards, pulling the left tackle, attacking the smaller frame Buchanan, and I don't know. Pat Mahomes, they send the rush from the edge. All types of time for Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy gets pushed out of bounds by Kyle Hamilton. Jason Kelce, head coach, for sure, why not? My guy, I'd rather you be the head coach right now. At least you might have some accountability over here with what's going on. But Chidobe Awuzie gets pushes Chidobe Awuzie. I don't know. That's a tough one. But it is what it is. This is why. Where's Jair? I think Jair's if I'm not mistaken, he's I don't know where Jair is. Pacheco gets let's see. Jair's not playing. For those asking where's Jair, he's inactive in this game. As is Ruben Lowry, as is Keaton Mitchell. Pat Ricard still injured, Calvin Oy, Travis Jones still injured, and Carson Vincent is inactive as well. So it'll be very interesting. Look at this wide open guy in the middle of the field being covered by Kenyon Martin. I have a bad feeling that Pat Mahomes is going to throw it right to the middle of that defense. He does. Touchdown. I mean, if I know what's going on, then why is it that the defensive coordinator doesn't understand what's going on? I mean, clear as day. 27-10, the Chiefs take a big-time lead as Kyle Hamilton on our football screen wonders why these spoiled Ravens fans on my case. Worst touchdown in the league, someone says. Jerry's at home playing Xbox. Embarrassing defense, so tough to watch. Still, that's good. 27-10. The Ravens are down by 17. Ravens fans are not going to sit this one out. I don't know, man. I'm kind of happy in some ways that this is happening, but also pretty sad that it's happening. Lamar Jackson just thought this was his year, but doesn't seem like it is. I wonder what excuses they will have after this instead of accountability, says Rat. Ethan says, I hate Zach Orr. We're so spoiled, y'all, Daddy Rose says. Delete the whole staff, please. Bring Brick Bro and his staff. I don't give a F. Do we even have an interception this year? I think we have one, Whiskey. I thought we had the best secondary in the league. We do not. We have one of the worst. Let's quit, lads. I'm not going to lie. I might have to call this one short to prep for the next show, but that will depend on if the Ravens make a game of it. I give them to the third quarter. I will not stick around for the fourth if it's still a 17-point lead by any stretch, just due to the fact that I got to get ready for the live stream. I'm about to turn my TV off, says Mario. Cooking that fraudulent defense, says Matthew. I'm tired of this shit, says Mario. How often do you stream, Micah? We have a AFC North Roundtable that we do on Wednesdays, the Roundtable Sports Network, and we have Locked On Ravens that we stream twice a week with myself, Kevin Ostrecker, who does the Locked On Ravens podcast, and Kadri Ismail, who's our third host, former Ravens wide receiver. So I stream pretty frequently, maybe 3 times a week. So feel free to tune in, man. This is the first game Lamar has a big piece of the blame cake, Matthew says. Full sense. I think EDC needs to take accountability and be a businessman. The NFL is a business, and what he needs to start with is getting rid of Harbaugh, or the culture ain't working, or the defense. I could not agree more, Full Send. But, I don't get paid the big bucks. There may be things going on in the castle that I don't know about. Is Harbaugh going to get fired? I don't think so. Not now. Not yet. But it's coming. Hold on, my light went out. Got to go check on that. Hold on one second. There you go. Nah. So the Ravens get the ball back. They are down 17. The Orr experiment is not working. Pagano's sitting right in front of us. Chuck Pagano, who followed me on Twitter recently. Hopefully no hard feelings if I'm talking a little bit of trash about your defense, but it is what it is. I'd love for him to be the defense coordinator. I think that would be pretty cool. Do we even make the playoffs this year, honestly? Probably they do. But are they up there with the Bills or the Chiefs? I think we could say that's a firm probably not. We're supposed to have the best kicker name, man. This is so disappointing. I agree. They were supposed to. It is disappointing. But we're back in the action. Hand off to Derrick Henry finally. They remember to have a guy. Derrick Henry gets 5 yards. Derrick Henry runs right through number 6. Rome Odunze scores. If we're thinking about other teams other than the Ravens, but that's the replay. Henrietta says, send blessings from England. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate you, Henrietta, for joining. It means a lot. Might do this more often if you guys are this in tune with it. Appreciate it. Shotgun formation. Lamar definitely keeps the ball himself, cuts inside, and gets the first down. You could tell Lamar Jackson's putting the onus on himself to get things going, but he shares some of the blame with 2 turnovers in this one. EDC loves his makeshift trenches. Fire is a practice squad player. We have no bodies on the interior defensive line because we have 0 depth, says Tyrannius, who I completely agree with as well. But we talked about it prior to the draft. The Ravens need depth at the interior. They didn't take care of it. Ravens need to get some pieces at the offensive line. Ravens didn't take care of it, and now we're seeing the fruits of our labor. I formation, the motion Zay Flowers. Zaire is at the fullback position. Fake the run. Lamar Jackson throws the ball down the field. Caught by Rashad Bateman. Gets to the sideline. Inside the 40-yard line. They're in KC territory. They're using the running game to set up the pass now. This is what we should have done all game long. Mario says, let's start our whole practice squad and see if they do better. Can't do any worse, right? Fire Orr now, please, says Jonah Milgram. Orr has been under fire recently. All right, shotgun formation. Derrick Henry still in the game. Thank you. Derrick Henry saves the pass block. He does. Zay Flowers catches it in the middle of the field inside the 30. And Zay Flowers has the first down. Where was this from the first half, though? Cyber Shadow says. The Ravens got you cute. Tom Monken deserves that blame. They just left the run game for some reason. I don't understand why they do that. Hand off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry gets it. Another 6-yard gain. The Chiefs can't stop the run game. Now, they're down 3 scores, so they might not need to, but Monken is afraid of calling blitz beaters and running the ball when it counts against the Chiefs, as evidenced by the 2023 AFC Championship game. Tyronius, you took the words right out of my mouth. I literally said the same thing a few minutes ago. Mike, if you hear us, please save us, says Mario. Single back formation. Ball handoff to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry through the middle. A yard shy, maybe a yard and a half shy of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down. The Ravens are in the red zone. So we are going to find out exactly what this team is about. Run the ball. I'm sure that's what Harbaugh should be screaming at the headset instead of looking down on his tablet looking weird. Run the ball, Todd Monken. If you don't get in the 3rd down, go for it again on 4th down. But Justice Hill is on the field. Ugh, so stupid. I can't wait to knock this. I don't care to get this first down. Lamar Jackson runs in trouble, gets sacked. Stupid. Dumb. Idiotic. So ridiculous. I've seen people say Lamar's ass, you can't learn not to choke, and Lamar's garbage. I don't agree with that at all. This is a dumb decision. 3rd and short, you have the best running back in short yardage situations all football. They haven't been able to stop him all day. Instead, you put Tyler Loop, your rookie, for a field goal that he has to make, 4th and 5. Tom Monken is going to get eviscerated for that. Tyler Loop hits this field goal. It is 13-27. The Ravens have cut it down to 2 scores, but very disappointed if you're a Ravens fan because they should have got 7 and they did not. Christian's on something, says Mario. I agree. Cyber rolls his eyes. Lamar's top 3. Love my Ravens. It's time to find a new QB. Yikes. I don't know, man. He's playing better than any quarterback has ever played in the history of the game in terms of passer ratings, but I see where the frustration is coming from. Lamar hasn't been top 3 for a while. Yes, stats are nice, but that's it. He sucks in clutch. He cannot beat good teams. Why did you take 22 out? Cyber says, Lord only knows, but I am going to make sure that my next clip is an evisceration of Tom Monken because that was terrible. Some people calling for LJ to be traded are the same people who call for Huntley to replace him. Unserious fans, says Tyronius, and hard to disagree with that. Let's read some more comments here. We suck, guys. Please stop overrating us. I've had secondhand embarrassment from this team right now. Why are we not running on 3rd and 1? We've done it all game. I don't know. Why are we passing on 3rd and 1? Monkey needs to go. Why do we not have Henry in 3rd and 1? This game is so disappointing. Run the flipping ball. It's just insane. The fact that we're saying this over and over again after 3 years is telling. Can't blame the fact that we didn't have, if we had Derrick Henry, we run the ball on the Chiefs in the 2023 AFC Championship game. I don't think so. I think we do exactly what we did. Let's put Lamar Jackson in unfavorable situations with an offensive line that is makeshift at best. It's very tough to watch as somebody who's a fan of football in general, but also, covers the team. You want to see this team play to their optimal level, and that's not what we're seeing right now out of this Ravens organization. Lamar sucks. Flacco will forever be the best Ravens QB. He actually won a Super Bowl, says Christian Petrowski. He may be in the minority, but he is not the only one that believes that. Jacob says, PQ showed me he made Rowe better. We've seen it the past 2 years. PQ's not doing good on his own either, but hard to disagree with what Jacob is saying. This week, here's what needs to happen. Fire Harbaugh, step 1. Step 2, fire Zachary Orr. Our strength coach, fire our recovery team. Lots of firing going on over here. We either don't make the playoffs or we lose in the divisional. I think we make the playoffs. I think the Ravens make the playoffs. Lamar didn't choke in the playoffs last year, and Flacco had horrible playoff games first few years. Somebody breaks it. Tyler Loop needs to make the tackle. He tried to, and thanks to Tyler Loop, that is caught. But the special teams that the Ravens used as an excuse to keep Mitchell off the field continues. Oh, man, that was a good play, though. I mean, Cyber says at this point, Harbaugh and Orr need to go. Why? Is this the second, third season with a 2-2 or 1-3 start? Yeah. Fire everyone, says Christian. Jacob says, Christian, you say Lamar sucks, but then you say here's what needs to happen. Don't mention Lamar. Well, infighting going on in the comment section, but frustrating times, I admit it. Pass to Travis Kelce. Hard ask for Nate Wiggins to tackle Travis Kelce. Roquan Smith is a hamstring injury. Quarterback Marlon Humphrey has a calf injury. Both of those out in this game. Don't blame it on injuries, though. I don't want you to say, and John Harbaugh's going to use injuries as an excuse. We had 6 defensive starters injured, so can't put this all on Zachary Orr. Young guys need to step up. No. I don't want to hear that. Pat Mahomes, pump fakes, goes to 83 instead. Kenyon Martin has a chance to make a tackle. And does he make a huge tackle by Kenyon Martin? 3rd and short, but what a tackle in open space. Haven't seen that a lot from Ravens this season. What a tackle. Great job. Jacob says, people forget we started 0-2 last year. Thought our schedule was brutal. We knew that. Not an excuse, but believe. Okay? That's what Jacob says. Xavier Worthy in motion. Watch Xavier Worthy, but not before the Hunt gets the first down and some. Oof. First down. Ravens can't stop him. They got Jake Hummel over there doing his thing. Xavier Worthy in motion again. Teams are very nervous about Worthy. They give it back to Hunt again. This time Hunt is stopped, but you could tell Andy Reid is setting the Ravens defense up for an Xavier Worthy play. So Ravens need to be very careful not to overcommit to the stop and the run here. Here's some more comments. If Lamar does not win a Super Bowl in his career, I can confidently say Joe Flacco is the best of all time Ravens QB. Cyber says, say what you want about Orr. Lord knows I'm done with him. I do think we have a solid secondary. I think so as well. I love Flacco, but he shouldn't whitewash his failings. He looks like an MVP in comparison to Bowler. But yeah. Great comments all around here. Blitz here. Juju Smith that gets across the middle over Teddy Buchanan. And I think that was Odafe Oweh in coverage. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Yeah, it was Odafe Oweh. Why is Odafe Oweh back there? I don't know. Jacob says, Mario, so is Dilfer better than Lamar? Question mark. Interesting. Mario says, yeah, he has a ring. Whoa. Lamar don't. All right, they're inside the 30 here. Pat Mahomes. Handoff. Throw, I should say, to Schuster. Yeah, this defense is not it right now. Defense is not helping them out. Chiefs look like they did 2 years ago. We thought we had supreme depth as well. The defense is hurt. Why the F is Oweh in coverage? Because Zachary Orr thinks that he's, a corner. I don't know. Handoff. Nate Wiggins gets there to make the stop. Good job by Nate. Teroni says, Jamal Lewis was offense for like 6 years. Hard to disagree. If Harb stays, Lamar needs to leave Baltimore for real because we are wasting his talent. We're certainly wasting his talent, I would say, right now. But a lot of what Harbaugh has been able to do with Lamar is probably understated a little bit. I mean, I don't want to pile on Harbaugh too much, but yeah. Lamar definitely has a decision to make. He's been given that opportunity because he has not signed that contract extension. And Kyle Hamilton, big time tackle to Worthy and an edge to set up a third down. Ravens' decision to keep Harbs over Mike Mack is the biggest incident of malpractice in Ravens management history. Woo! Big time. A flag on the play here. Legal formation on the offense here. Tight end was covered up by the wide receiver. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down, so the Ravens will take the down back instead of the yardage. And maybe that's reverse what I'm saying, but regardless. 2nd and 14 upcoming. Do you trust the Ravens to hold this team to under 14 yards? I certainly do not. Hey, all it takes is a pick six, guys. It could be a pick six away from getting things back as Pat Mahomes on the pocket. Tavius Robinson tries to get to him. Throws it. Oh, almost picked off. Kenyon Martin almost had it. There's a flag on the play. It might be a play against Pat Mahomes. Looks like Pat Mahomes stepped up to the line of scrimmage and then stepped back to try and throw it. So this might be a illegal forward pass by the Chiefs. Yep. So 3rd down, loss of down. And so we're looking here at 3rd and long here. And the Chiefs may know Kyle Hamilton should have had that pick based on what I'm seeing. I guess Kyle Hamilton wasn't expecting him to throw it since he was passing the line of the game, but whew. Cyber says, ooh, was so close. Can't go to school after this loss. How does our secondary look worse without Brandon Stevens? Gosh, it's actually mind-boggling. It is indeed. All right, 3rd and 19. You would think that the Chiefs would run the ball here, but considering how depleted we are in the secondary, Kansas City might actually try and pass this ball for 19 yards. They do go to pass. It's a screen pass. And Juju gets an opportunity, and he gets stopped short of the first down. EDC definitely going to make a move before deadline. How many moves can you make, though? Darby was actually nice. I have no idea where he went, but he was great. I don't know where Ron Darby is. Let's look that up. Ron Darby is done. He's not playing for nobody. He played for the Texans in 2025 on the practice squad, but I think he got booted. Let's see. Darby announced his retirement on June, so he's done. Marlon's been playing like Brandon Stevens. Whew. Y'all talking that ish. 30-13. We'll be back in a little bit. No. Why is Lamar Jackson hurt? I'm confused. Is Lamar hurt or okay? Let's find out. Oh, Lamar got a hamstring injury. This game is over. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, Lamar is indeed hurt. So this game's over. I mean, if Cooper Rush wins this game, then a lot of people that were chirping about Lamar will have some credence here. Wow. Oh, looky, Lamar hurts when he sucks. It's like deja vu. He's so bad. He's washed. Time to shit that for a quarterback. Cooper Rush is going to make a comeback for us, he says. I mean, but we talked about this. If the offensive line continues to play the way it plays, Lamar Jackson's going to get hurt. He don't look like he's hurt, though. It looks like his prime might be hurt. Lamar with the hamstring injury. Mario, you huffing mad copium, but I want you to be all right. I want you to be right, he says. Fire Harbaugh, fire Zach Orr, fire strength and conditioning coaches, fire recovery team, fire airplane driver, fire O-line coach, fire offensive coach, fire jersey makers, fire camera guys, fire Ja. Sheesh. Fire everybody. I am intrigued by what's next for this team because it is not looking good. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to call this soon because I have some work to do now. Big time news story here with Lamar Jackson potentially hurt, but the Locked On Ravens Squad show will be live after the game. So you'll have myself, Kevin R. Striker, and Kadri Ismail talking about it. Fire the board cheerleaders first. We don't knock the board cheerleaders, Mario. Zachary Orr orbital cannon into the sun. Mario passed that around for the rest of us. Lamar is washed. Time to draft the QB. You got to burn that poster behind you. Low key. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Let's see what Instagram's talking about. Again, if you're on Instagram, make sure you head over to YouTube or Twitter so I can get your comments here. I can't read it at all times. See, nothing wrong with his hamstring. They said it's not serious. It will be good by playoffs. I'm going to kill myself, says Sean. Please don't. Ravens turned into the 49ers. Chiefs, says Speed Demon. Whole team and system needs a revamp, starting with coaching. This is not the early 2000s. How bad do you think Lamar is hurt? Pretty bad. No, I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's hurt at all. He looked pretty chill. He was sitting there just chilling. But Zach Orr needs to get out of there. I mean, Zach Orr, the reason why the Ravens scored 13 points. Ravens are going to be 1-3. Hoo-hoo, this should be fun. Times in social media. What is going on with number 70? He busted his ass. Let's see what they do on fourth down. Hard for Derrick Henry to get things going when you know that the offensive line, that the quarterback's not going to keep it. All right, they're tempo up. What the hell? All right, well, this is it. Worst coach team in football. I feel so bad for Lamar. I do too. This is sad. It is. But fellas, ladies and gentlemen, I have to get going. Got to get ready for the stream. It'll be an hour after the show ends. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, the Ravens are going to fall to the Chiefs pretty bad. Cooper Rush is, in the game. We know how bad he was playing in the preseason. Lamar Jackson, hamstring injury. We'll see what that actually means moving forward. But 1-3 start for the Ravens. We'll see if the Ravens can get it done. Appreciate you, Mario. Nick, everybody else for joining in, tuning in. Tough loss for the Ravens. We'll touch on it here next on the Locked On Ravens Squad show.